Welcome back, everybody, to round, was it 5 now? 5-4, Jesus, of BCS Spain. And we're going to be hopping straight into the game, which is going to be a really, really interesting matchup between Angel Feather Gyze and Crest Nubatama.
Ooh, Angel. We see that playmat, that Angel Feather, I believe, was based in Vienna?
Yeah. Yeah, so I believe we streamed a couple of Stefan's games during Top Cut in Vienna. And yeah, I think he played into Hal, actually, in Top 4.
Yeah, correct, yeah. He plays very decent, Angel Gyze, right? Pretty known player.
Yeah, I think it's going to be deciding who's going to be going first, but this is definitely one of the most interesting matchups going on at the moment.
I know, in fact, that he knows the matchup because I remember he playing top 8 against Nubatama because he played against one of my locals in top 8, and it was also the same matchup. So I believe Stefan knows very well what he has to do here, what he doesn't have, what he doesn't need, should not do here.
There you go, and they're standing up their vanguards, kicking off round 4 of BCS Spain at 2025.
Angel Gyze against Shiranui.
It's going to take me so long to not be saying 2024. It's going to take me like ages. But the 83% happens every time. If you never whiff it, it happens every time.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think Angel's here always going to go blind second. So, yeah, going for the on hit. Yeah,
Got a once pass here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those games where I think it's going to be fairly standard early on, but I think it's all going to depend on how Stefan's trigger luck is going to start panning out. Because the thing that people don't know is that unlike every stride actually, Gyze has a special ruling where it doesn't require you to be grade 3 to ultimate stride.
Correct.
As long as you discard the same name as your Vanguard, you can stride on turn 1 if you're so lucky.
Doing a turn 1 might be a bit too far.
The year is 2027. Angel Feather has 26 rescue checks on turn 1.
That might be a bit too rough, but yeah. Now we see how Nubatama will play against Angel Feather, right? Because I think every Jesus, you're not the one who wants to see. But going back, everyone plays the Gyze matchup a bit different.
He does at least see the Yapkio in fairness, at least.
At least to go 1.
At least he still has the quick shields to psych any red off, so he's not like negging too many pieces.
Yeah,
but it's still.
But negging still negging, right? Yeah, it's not what you like to see, but
especially in a deck that doesn't get defensives, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to drop the draw and maybe a quick shield if he still has it.
Yeah, like everyone approaches the matchup a bit different. Like against Gyze, some people stay at 0, some people say they play normal and kill them like fast enough. But yeah,
no, the normal unit, unfortunately. So no, you don't get to like really benefit from that. But the Yapkio does get added back to hand, so yeah, he's just going to swing straight away for the 12. And Norman's probably going to drop a 15.
Give him the damage, so he depends on how he's played here. He probably tries to stay on 0 the whole time.
The draw trick is big though.
Yeah, can flip at least the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, Stefan is now side accelerating, and he's seen a lot of normal units, which means there's probably going to be quite a lot of triggers coming up on his side, which I think he's pretty happy about. And I think he added just in case that he gets rushed and he has to stay grade 2. And he just wants to be able to immediately ultimate stride if no one pushes him so far that he suddenly checks 4 defensives and he just cannot stride immediately. I think you don't want to block yourself from that option, given how good Yapkio is a rear guard just generically.
Nubatama going to history stride here. Let's see if he gets protect 1 going here. Calling dog stick heal, nothing to dominate here, so just beat stick.
Nubatama can maybe do this a little better than Blue Cat in terms of going protect 1?
Hard to say, because I don't know. Depends on how he wants to play, right? If he's aggressively staying on 0, it might help, but also the numbers you can always go on 1 to pass, so maybe protect 2, giving you more power to swing for later might also help. But then again, we have Shiranui, so the longer it gets, you also have a better power scaling.
Yeah.
So you might not maybe have the biggest problem on getting high numbers.
I think it's why Stefan might be very happy trying to take the damage as early as possible. But I guess the issue is if you take that damage and it's not exactly heals, you're going to be in a position where, the crit there coming out is kind of rough. But that's a heal trigger.
That's huge.
That's big. That's 2 Zeroths.
Now we see Angel Gyze have 2 face-up Zeroth Dragon. So 3 more to go.
Yeah, so now we're sitting... We got the 2 Zeroth Dragons visible. Yeah, we just quickly asked the players to make it a bit more visible for us, just to help the experience a bit. Because I think the table's moved up a little bit, so we would have seen it otherwise. Yeah, he's in it. Oh, that's another trigger. That's a critical as well, so he's going to draw off that as well. That's now a 3rd Zeroth Dragon coming up.
2 more to go.
Oh my god, he's really speeding this up.
And we just started our turn. That means in a stride, if he's lucky, flipping 2 triggers, that's enough.
Are we going to be striding here most likely? Yeah, that is going to be... Ooh, that's a choice.
Having ultimate stride for
of course, no, I reckon what's going to be happening here most likely is he's going to...
Probably putting it back with the stride, getting back to hand, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so, right? I'd imagine he puts the damage, then damage to hand, because otherwise that's such a dangerous play to make.
Thinking on what to stride here.
Do you reckon there's a one where you just go for okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was thinking he probably go into this, right?
I forget the name of the stride. It's sorry, which one's the one that just like heals you one? Just straight up heals.
Raphael?
Is it Raphael? Yeah,
I think it's GB2 anyway, no?
Oh, of course it is, yes. Because there's a new one that's like a heal 2, I think, but it's like a CB3 or something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the requirements are, but I
yeah, it's like an obscene cost as well.
Yeah. Thinking what he decides to put into damage here, I think. Oh, another off kill. Putting one, putting...
Yeah, so he's going for the drive checks. So again, you get to see 2 different builds of Angel Feather play this stride so differently.
Yeah.
So we know he's setting up his ultimate stride fodder, and he's also going to be putting 2 more drive checks because he just needs those
and also
triggers.
having the power, right? So knowing that Nuba stays on 0 means he has to basically push damage. So that means the moment he goes to Gyze, he can push him to 6. But while the opponent's on 0, right, that means he has an extra turn, like 2 extra turns once he's on Gyze, right? Because Gyze only deals 5 damage at the beginning of the turn.
Well, the interesting thing is, I remember we were talking about it in Vienna. We were saying that, you know, the thing with Gyze is that there's so many like weird plays to play around. Like you either stay on 0. If you're on 1, you're basically dead. So you have to either leave them on 0 or rush them so hard.
Yeah, correct.
Because everything else in the middle is like they're not dying. Oh, sorry, they're dying anyway, but it gives them more resources to bounce back, which is like a really difficult position to be in. But unfortunately, for Stefan, Nubatama is one of those clans that can just deal with 0 damage, right?
Correct.
Like, yeah, okay, you're not winning them, but, you know, crest on 2 flips plus your restand is not nothing. And it's 0 counterblast, which is the most important thing here. That's going to be first check. Second check. That's going to be a critical trigger.
The 4-0 string here.
4. 4. Oh, that's another trigger.
Now we have all 5 open.
And there's going to be another heal as well in the end. Was that a heal? No, that wasn't.
Was it a Hamio? Looked a bit different on the glare, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a heal, but nah, I must have seen that.
Depending on what happens after, you can go to Gyze right after the next turn. We're just pretty fast after first trial, having 5 open. What do you like to see? I mean, faster is better, but
Yeah,
this
PG,
pace,
Stunning PG,
yeah,
there you go.
still a very good pace. So Nubatama, no CB, having 3 open, front row gets 15. Depending on his strides, he flips 1 more.
Yeah, they're taking time one begins. But I think the cool part is there's an interaction a lot of players miss out on for Angel Feather, which is like the grade 1 heal guard replacement.
Yeah, that one is good.
Yeah, the fact it makes you 35k base because Gyze makes you unaffected by everything, by the effects of your guardians as well.
Yeah, so
itself and your guardians.
correct. Yeah, you can choose it with your guardian, but your opponent can like choose your guardians because
Because I think often people forget that the way guarding works in Vanguard is the guardian effect gives your chooses your Vanguard and gives it that power.
I believe this is the old Mukuro.
That's Mukuro, yeah, it's the OSGR. And Mukuro is going to swing the Vanguard at all the Vanguards, so he's going to get himself the twin drive and then be able to triple drive on his own turn. So yeah, Bro's going to go Furai here. Yeah, it's going to be the Furai.
Having 5 attacks here and 5 drives is pretty huge here.
6 attack, actually.
Oh,
So he's going to have the Vanguard swing,
the Vanguard
right?
swing is also swing, right?
And then he's going to check Darth Vader, bro. Let's go!
Yeah, that might be a bit too far.
Stefan just double reading over that Mukuro. But I think a lot of us standard players have got the new Mukuro in our head so much that we just forget that exists. Critical
checking
trip.
crit here, that's huge.
That's huge. First check and second check. It's going to be... Oh, that's going to be a Kitsune Fox.
I mean, crit here is still very huge, right? Because Furai is like 20 from crest, these 2 dominates plus 30, and the trigger plus 40k on its own. Wow. 56. Huh? Only now being put away. But I don't know if it's necessarily, because if he's going Gyze next turn, his maximum number of attacks is only 3. Maybe he's trying just to clear the rear guard circle to call down the rear guard, which he needs to boost.
Very possible. I think he's maybe just stack thinning here because he's like, I need to hit these triggers right now. Because I think that like being on the clock against Gyze is really scary.
Yeah, it's sometimes very annoying. But yeah, sometimes it's just a race against time.
Yeah, absolutely. 40. And 44?
I think it should be 34, right?
44 now, I think, yeah. 44 into a 12, so it's okay, yeah.
No, you have 4 open, which is plus 20, and then so it's 30 base, and 34 should be, right?
Maybe, no, the pound could go to the recon. Ooh, that's a reference rush there.
And then this one is the big swing with the crit.
Does that one will gain 5k for every...
dominate, so I believe it's saw 2 dominates, because the Onslaught was dominate, the Mukuro was dominate.
Yeah, it's the Furai, yeah. Because I think just gains 5 or 10k on the restand?
When Vanguard swings, so plus 1, restand it, plus 10 and draw a card.
That's the one, yeah. And then if you like have 2 face up, then you draw 1.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and he's trying to go
Using
for
a
that
G-Guard here, probably healing down by 1.
Yeah.
What do you like to see?
I think you're going to have to try that right here, right? Because like, otherwise you're not going to get a chance to use it, because next turn you're trying to use it.
Especially also guarding very efficient, right? Because he's the big swing. So he guards with G-Guard and guards the call from damage. So very efficient. So he basically took the damage before to go back to where we were before. So allowing to resend too.
Yeah, I think Angel Feather is like one of the most interesting decks in the game for me. Because like just the way it manages its turns is so interesting. You have to just think that a couple steps ahead.
Swing was a Vanguard. On 2 damage here. Pretty nice threshold here. And next turn, if he can ultimate strike, he'll be sitting on 30k.
First check, second check, third check. Unfortunately, none of those cards help them. Yeah, going back up to 3, but again, much happier position to be in if you're Stefan right now. As long as you can deal with that Furai, I think you're pretty happy.
I think he still has a Protect Mark in hand from riding grade 3 before. So maybe he would just use a Protect Marker for the Furai. And this swings like for 20, 30, 40. Wow, it's still a decent number. 30k shield, 215, at least 2 calls in hand, right? Up to take this damage. There we go,
Yeah,
Protect Marker.
Protect starting to come out here, yeah. Yeah, I think he's trying to look at. Yeah, I think we can see his hand.
Trying
he's
to
got
keep
the
his
double gap. So I think
he's trying to keep the piece of what he needs for next turn. Probably double checking if you have everything for ultimate strike.
He's past his turn. He's going to draw, and he's going to show us the Gabriel Ride, the Protect add to hand. It's going to be the Tetsu, and he's going to show us the ultimate stride with 5 face up. Gyze finally descends on the battlefield.
Going to Gyze now, that means there's no rear guard which can be dominated, and you can't choose units at all. So a bit rough for Nubatama here. I think solely just working on the class power.
Yeah, I think Stefan here just has to confirm 1 damage this turn, and then at that point it's down to Norman to heal. But I think there's a world where Stefan tries to end the next turn with 5 damage exactly.
Yeah.
To make sure that no matter what happens.
Stefan might be still be in good position here, right? Because he's at 4 damage. That means every heal he checks now is active because the opponent is on 0.
But I think the trouble here is if you're healing too much, your opponent has more room to heal, and you're trying to deal exact lethal to them.
That's correct as well.
That's an overtrigger. Oh, that's huge.
getting a
Unfortunately,
heal.
last time that would have been a bind too if you called something, but alas.
But still, it's fine. I mean, you're not getting power, but you're healing down one, and essentially not really healing. You're getting the card from damage into your hand.
Yeah.
So you're working with more shield or pieces you need.
And you just don't even need to call anything, there's no point. Yeah, and you call nothing, there's really no reason to.
And having the Great One, which gives you Vanguard +5.
Yeah.
The huge Guardian.
Yeah, Stefan's in a great position right now.
Double checking here. Gyze really says you probably cannot target it.
He's like, sorry, am I cooked?
Nubatama thinking here what threat he can actually go into, which does a decent amount of firepower. Because basically now all the dominate strikes are getting shut off. Thinking through his turn. Because now you know you have 2 more turns to work with. Because next turn you're going to be pushed to 5. So you have to plan your turn well. Especially if your resource on your own is very low. No dominate coming on here, so that means Seki also don't draw extra cards. No. Scanning stride for her. Let's see what he'll stride into.
It's gonna be
Going to
the
Renee, probably just be a vanilla here. Yeah, for Nubatama it's really tough once Gyze is there, right? Because your strides don't interact much with Gyze at all. So you're basically banking before you have enough cards in G-Zone, getting enough power with Crust. Because now your front row gets plus 25, so at least you commit a card and it gets still hit over for Gyze. Which is not a high number, but you're only committing 1 and still hitting a low number, which can still hit over 30. It's still like something huge.
I think that's one of the strengths of the Crest.
Oh, we see the Dark Vader here.
That is unfortunate. Third check. Yeah.
No crit here, that's fine. But also gives the Nubatama player 3 more fresh cards, right?
Yeah.
And also another.
But I think I wonder, is there a point here where like, that plays because of the Crest, I don't think it matters too much, but in any other deck there would have come a point where you kind of go like, am I about to like start decking myself out here? But I think Nubatama is...
With Nubatama I think it's fine at this point, but of course last turn he used Mukuro, so it was already deck -5, and now it's like deck -3, and then Dark Vader draws another one, right? And
I think the issue is always like because of the state of the game right now, because Stefan is trying to, he needs the 2 turns. I think the fact he had to now ditch the PG and take the extra damage last turn is like really going to be the, if anything is his undoing, I think this is going to be it.
Could be a bit rough, especially when he doesn't have the G-Guard anymore, right? Which he's down.
Yeah, very possible, yeah.
Also probably half for Nuba, right? Because another deck count -5. Probably going low on deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Draw here,
5 damage for Gyze, putting him to 31, so nothing hits. Oh, it's a heal, my bad.
Yeah, it still puts him to 31, because it's a lot of heal.
Means for Gyze probably swinging away the 2 rear guards.
Yeah, I think you swing at Regards just to control the board a bit. Knowing Nubatama's hand is small, you're now on the clock. You're just trying to resolve heals here, and you're trying to really just survive the time.
Yeah.
I think if Stefan checks I think if Stefan checks heal here, he's like in a pretty excellent position.
Because the point that Nuba healed also means that the heal for Gyze here is now alive again.
Nice check.
Which helps him to survive. That's
that
a very huge heal.
Massive for Gyze here.
Putting him in a way better position than before.
That's a PG as well.
Then a draw PG. Whoa.
That is an excellent triple drive coming out of Stefan.
Nuba might have a very rough time here. Knowing that he has to do 3 more damage with vanilla strikes. Rough. Especially when the OT is out. So Angel the Angel player is probably thinking he's in a good position. Also, that he already saw the OT, right?
Yeah.
That means there's basically non-consideration if an OT is gonna happen again.
Yeah. And also, like, at this point, because we've seen the G-Guards coming out, I think now Norman, if he doesn't kill this turn, is just dead.
Yeah.
I don't think he can heal out of this.
I mean, he already healed once, right?
He healed twice, because he also G-Guarded, right? So he's G-Guarded, he's healed.
Correct.
He's seen OT, so those 2 heals.
So he cannot survive anymore. He's on 4 damage now. That means he's going to 9 next turn, and he needs 4 heals to survive. Which we now see 1 heal is already out, so... Knowing on the timer, 1 more turn.
Yeah, you got 1 turn to do it, yeah. And the question is now just, can Norman do it? Can Norman push through Stefan's defenses and, secure the victory on this? Because the thing as well is, like, it's even funnier because while Stefan's running low on deck, the way Gyze is worded, it happens before you stand droids at the start of your turn. Which means even if you draw into your last card and deck out, you still win the game.
Going to Tsukumura-kan here forces here the Angel player going down to 4 cards in hand.
Do you want to keep 3 PGs?
Knowing that Nuba has a decent numbers here, but only 3 swings. So technically, he only needs to guard 1 if there's no crit being checked here.
I mean, unless Norman's hand includes a restander, right? Or we
but there's no dominate, so he cannot restand.
I wonder, do you reckon Norman's on Asperidia?
Oh, that's an interesting thing. We haven't seen it so far, but usually there's not a high count of Asperidia. There might be Asperidia.
But we saw, am I mistaken saying we saw Forbidol?
I think we did saw Forbidol here.
So I would imagine Forbidol would be to search that, because otherwise, I mean, unless you're searching, what's his name? Mizukaze, but I feel like Mizukaze in this deck is like a bit jank because like it comes up at really awkward times. Yeah, that's for a trigger count here. Because I feel like things like Mizukaze don't really matter in games like this.
Yeah.
Because like you're already not guarding, right? So like.
Also, like in general, like if you're on 30k already, so you don't need a lot of guard value in the first place.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Norman like looking at his massive G zone, going, well, 40k to front, smile.
Knowing that it's the last turn, the deciding turn, how this match is gonna end. Putting the Angel player down to 4. Also, like it's very hard for Angel, like that's Mizukaze, yeah. Maybe that's enough.
So blasting the ladder. Oh, never mind. That wasn't a ladder.
That's another. Being 2 turtles here, calling down everything, knowing that next turn he doesn't survive at all.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you got to do it. I think this now or never.
I think as Nuba, you kind of realize you might need a crit here because you know the PG was checked, and you also know the grade 1, which puts Gyze to 35k is also there, right?
Unless he has 2 of them.
But we know he can only use 1 because Mizukaze is there, right?
Of course. Correct.
So there's 1 PG, 1 grade 1.
You know what I think he did? I think he kept 2 of them in hand. So one of them will be discard fodder for a PG if he calls Mizukaze, and if he doesn't, he procs 2 and discards the last third card.
He might kept the heal because the heal is a grade 3 if he had the Mizukaze in mind.
Because I think his hand seems like a PG and 2 grade 1, so I think you play around the Mizukaze by keeping 2 and going, I'm going to guard with the 4th card unless he doesn't call Mizukaze, in which case I'll discard it and then drop 2 of the grade 1. Yeah, and
double checking on the Mizukaze. Oh, discarding heal here.
I wonder, if he calls 2 cards at once, does that still proc Mizukaze?
I think... I'm not sure, to be honest.
But the heal's not going to super matter in this case. But
yeah, in this case, he needed a crit, to be honest. Oh, it doesn't have a crit. That means he can take both swings and going to 5 damage.
Yeah, there you go. And you can see them accepting the game state. They're shaking their hands.
Yeah.
And that is going to be game for Stefan. A fantastic performance from
it's very interesting here,
Yeah, it's nice. I do like when you get to see like 2 high-skilled players kind of just like recognizing that the game is over. And just being, like, shake hands, like good game.
Not wasting time, right? Because it's long. It's gonna be a long day. So you you want to deserve every break you can have, right?
Yeah, especially
getting fresh air, getting food, getting water.
Yeah, and if you're like two players who know they're gonna make top cut as well, like the fact that they can just stop here means they're gonna get a longer break. because they've got 3 more rounds and 3 more rounds of Top Cut, so like 6 more games. So you're not even halfway into your day, so it's like, take the breaks when you can.
Correct, yeah.
Because, as the day goes on, your games are only going to get harder, so...
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be able to unwind when you need it. But, I reckon, with that said, we should probably try and keep an eye on some tables, because I think we've done some decent matches today, and I'm kind of curious to see what big games we can keep up with for future rounds.
Yeah.
Because we learned what certain people are on, and
we will see later what's going to happen. Hopefully we'll see them top cut, right?
yeah, hopefully. But until then, we're probably going to stretch our legs, and we'll see you guys very, very soon for round 5 of Spain. So guys, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in just a little bit.